Everybody, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I am your host, Mystic Raven. So as you guys can see, I finally made 125 on my CR rating. So I'm pretty happy about it. You know, 125 and climbing. My goal by Friday is to hit tier 8. And my tier 8, I'm going to be minimal, is going to be I can do 150 for minimal. I want to hit about 160. I want to get around 160 by Friday. So I'm getting there. You know, I'm just trying to get through the content. I'm not focused on achievements at this feat achievements. That will come. I'm juggling a lot, so you know, trying to get through the content, trying to play it to the. You know, I think to try to enjoy it, sometimes it gets repetitive, and I feel like that's in any game. So, yeah, a lot of things going on, man. So, I did Genesis now yesterday. I need a couple more things. It's not going to really do me any good to do Love and War, but I might as well get it out of the way just for collection purposes. The Leviathan of Souls I could still probably benefit from, being I'm at 125, and everything else, you know, whatever. Artifacts from the past, it's a good one. I think I still need some collection. I'll queue it anyways. Also, I will probably queue a couple old ones just to kind of go through it. I did the Gates of Tartarus yesterday on another tune. I think I need a couple more feats on that. That's kind of a nice thing, going back and trying to get, you know, some of these achievements out of the way. It is good when you're trying to play. I feel like that's one thing the game does lend itself to. I'd be a little under, but we'll queue that one as well. League of Assassins. It always seems like to be the daily. I mean, do they ever friggin' switch this shit up? I wonder. A lot of people want to get the feats. I actually got kicked out because I didn't give a shit about the puzzle. Whatever. I mean, just, it is what it is. I'm in here trying to, you know, get, just marks. That's all I care about. Okay, return to the Nexus. That's kind of cool. And you know, every dungeon or instance, I guess, in this, it gets repetitive in certain ways, but you know, I mean, every game's like that. I've done farming where I farm dungeons in I think every game.
He's going to pay for stealing my subjects. Get in there and rip his forces apart.
Sure.
I've worked too hard for that alien to muck up my plans now.
Definitely
Alert. Intruders detected within the nexus of reality.
Oh shit.
Activating security doors. Warning. Lex Luthor Union integration interrupted. Warning. Lex Luthor Union integration interrupted. Warning. Lex Luthor Union integration interrupted.
Thing's blocking like a mofo. They need to switch the block up. I hate the block in this game. I like that it has it. I just don't like the way it looks. It looks like a coward's block. Doesn't look like a strong block in my opinion. Okay. We're definitely taking marks, man. More marks. Now, anybody who is getting into this game, my only recommendation is get a build that you like. You know, what makes this game fun and what's going to make it enduring for you is what you like. And like I seen one player do a super speed and do like the little whirlwind attack, like the Flash does in the comic books. That's an iconic. That was really cool to see it. You don't see some of those things a lot. There are, you know, every game has its cookie cut builds. But honestly, if you're going to last in this game, you want to pick things that you're going to enjoy. I'd recommend that for any game.
Begin Union integration. Union integration complete.
Is it me or has everybody got super speed? Bastards. All right.
Union integration complete. Warning.
Once again, I'm playing on a
Luthor
controller.
Union integration interrupted.
This was a badass raid too. Nexus of Reality. Good storyline. Probably one of the best fit-ins. It was one of the best tie-ins for the DC game. It was the Nexus of Reality. The Themyscira, but the Nexus of Reality tie-in was really fucking good. One of my best favorite tie-ins. Flashpoint was good too, in my opinion. Even though it was PvP, they had some PvE, but they had the tie-in that was really good. Honestly, I think the game actually has better storyline than some of the new movies coming out, which is sad, in my opinion.
Warning. Exobyte containment has been breached. Warning. Lex Luthor Union integration interrupted. You are too late. My plans are nearly
So
fulfilled.
easy to clip on hard light. So easy to clip hard light. Some classes have, I think, a little bit more difficulty on the clip, but I can clip this all day. Oh shit. Come on. We're even skipping all the shit.
Clever boy.
Nice.
One of the Luthers has used the Nexus to
Straight
teleport
deep,
himself back in time.
straight
To the
DPS,
moment before
DPS
Brainiac's
badass.
forces even entered it. Follow him and stop Brainiac before he even gets started. By the way, once you've entered the portal, I won't be.
Tomorrow I'll go over loadouts, optional ways to save loadouts in the stations. So I'll go over all that tomorrow. I feel like that's something, if you're going to be a long-term player, it's beneficial if you want to have multiple builds and banking and saving your builds, how that all works out. It's a good system. Actually, it's probably one of the best systems that they implemented. Was the saving system between builds. Really loved it. Enter the Prime Battleground. Let's do this. We have a 242 DPS, so it's not surprising the DPS is strong. I love the cutscenes.
Initialized.
I don't like this outfit. I love Brainiac in the game. He has way better outfits than this one. This outfit was kind of a little disappointing.
The Nexus is my system.
Lex Luthor, your presence here indicates that my efforts to breach the Nexus are already a success.
You don't stand a chance against a man like me.
You cannot stop me from entering the
Council of
Nexus,
Luthers,
Luthor.
that was really good. Okay, he's just gonna push past. Or try to. You can drag him, kite him around. The game does have voice chat in the game, so if you're a PS4 player, you can obviously play, you can communicate. So I do have in-game chat. It's another thing I really like about games. ESO does really well at theirs as well. Though admittedly, like I hate the games that do PC. They don't put the in-game chat, but they add it to the console versions. It really gets on my nerves. Okay. Did he open it? Yep, it's open.
Surrender. My experiments with the emotional spectrum are complete. I directly experience the results.
Throw the shield now. And then double stack it.
You can't compare to me.
Tactics insufficient. Systems failure. Averting shutdown. Remounting subsystems.
seconds. Under up.
Re-engaging enemies. I am damaged.
Order 7.
Woo!
Systems failure.
That was kill deeps.
Averting
Kill
shutdown.
deeps. Alright. And when you come over here, the energy output, 27, definitely was a little bit carried. Look at this dude. 2 mil. That was beast. Dude was ripping. Rip, rip, and more rip. Alright, let me check out. See if we have any comments. Do apologize. Or good. Alright. So I'm back in the hizzy. Back in the hizzy. Did I miss the, what? How did that happen? Still have yet to do the bombshell paradox. Halls of Hades is just a bitch. I think I still have to do Love and War. Okay. All right. Let's go to the 4-man. Get these marks. That's what we're after. Just did that one. I don't really need any of this now. Okay. Alright. While we're here, we'll do the vault. I still have yet to do my vault daily. Get marks that way as well. Seems corny, but this place does come in handy.
Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Joker's Room of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes. What will it be? Something to flatten your opponents? Or just some useless crap? Raise your money and you take your chances. Break the presents and get your prizes.
Alright, I think that's about it.
That's it.
Easy peasy.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for subscribing and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I appreciate that. Now, once I start looking at my currency, and this is kind of where you need to be at. You have to be aware of where your currency is, especially in your marks. Your marks are really important. And once you start getting in, you'll notice I'm in the tech wing. All right. Tech wing is going to be either in heroes or villain side. You're going to want to pay attention to these little bots down here, right? So this is, I want to say your tier 6A. So it'll say episodes 15, 16, 17, episodes 18, 19, 20, episodes. Okay, Ray, our 4-man. Episodes 21, 22, 23, episodes 24, 25, 26. It follows in order up until the most recent episode. You want to pay attention to that because these little things will help you so you don't have to keep looking for gear
This is now a suicide
once you get up
squad
high
operation.
enough. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of a carry.
Assisting you until the
Did this yesterday. Like I said, some things get repetitive, and I feel like that's in every game. I think you killed it there, Hal. No way. Oh, snap. Should have went right. Nope. Is it down? I think it's down. Shit. Dude's like, I fucking got this shit. Now we're here. Boom, baby. Come here. Come on. In the room. Don't go in, Hal. Don't do it. Get out of the way, move. Get it, get the bomb.
You can't hurt the son of Tygon. Pathetic. That just makes me stronger. I got that.
Shit. My balls.
You can't hurt the son of Tygon.
Oh shit. Tank pull. Oh, they went deeps. That's a problem. This is why tanks come in handy. Oh, got me. Hold on, pom.
That just makes me stronger.
Okay, shielding.
You lay together. You can't hurt the son of Tygon.
Excuse me.
Like a gnat. You lay together.
Gimme. Okay, we got it.
It may be difficult for you to see it.
Pool of lava. Oh, gotta have it. No mark. The other stuff's just whatever. I'll take the pool of lava. That's a good base item. Pool of lava. I want to see how that looks. I wish they would make housing items a little bit more usable. It's kind of another thing I'm kind of like, this game would just be so much more kick-ass if they do small things. Small things, man. This game's very polished. I mean, it's really polished. It's not a problem with the gameplay. Gameplay is excellent. Come on. Is it up? That's my granddaughter, sorry.
Mission for my master.
Alright. You have to go first, and right? I think that's closed, man. Oh, no, it's not.
Nice try. Step aside, fool.
Where's my team? Shit, it's just two of us. Better get the instance. This is not gonna be nice.
No, get your own. This is silk. Come on.
Here, let me take care of this. How these guys ended up not getting in is beyond me. Usually a door there. They'll still get credit, but it's gonna take us a minute.
No, get your own. Nice try. This is silk. Come on. Step aside, fool.
Cancel.
No, get your own. Nice try.
Yeah, both of our DPS just went out the door. Not my fault.
No, get your own. Aren't you slick?
Red Lance.
Nice try.
They're having a conversation with it. Really?
Step aside, fool.
Can we just get this done? Get it done. My God, they're having an argument about the comic books. Really?
Silk, come on.
Really? I mean, seriously? He also became death. Like, what, during the whatever, he was, whatever. I don't care. Really?
No, get your own. Aren't you slick?
Obviously. I am too, but seriously.
Nice try. This is silk. Come on. No, get your own. Step aside, fool.
Just kill this bastard. Lanterns. Yeah, there's 2 lanterns up here, man. Seriously, but I feel like I think one of you guys are lanterns too. They did do a good job with the lanterns in this game.
get your own. This is silk. Come on.
Fill them up.
Nice try.
Oh, snap.
Aren't you slack? This is silk. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it on him.
Step aside. No, get your own.
Style this bitch.
Nice try. Aren't you slack? Step aside, fool.
Finally. Holy spliffity, 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 spliff. 123 energized boots. What do I got currently? I don't think my boots are that high. And if they are, I'll take them as DPS. They are. So I can take them as like a DPS boots. That's fine. I'm cool with it. Dominance. Yeah, I could use that right about now.
The threat to my freedom is growing quickly. There is no longer time to be cautious.
Do we gotta go up to the next floor? Oh, I guess so. Oh shit. Hey Raven, what's up? They're still fucking talking about this? Come on, man. Jeez.
Well, if it isn't the sycophantic slave of my
Made him look exactly like him though, didn't he?
I appreciate your assistance with these two. And now that the ritual is well on its way, I will take the phylactery of sin and leave you to your final challenge.
I see you're taking your disturbing
My dude looks so
fetish
badass.
into an-
I love Happy.
May the best daughter of Trigon win.
So long as I live, I will defy you. You know that Father will never let us be. Enough! Just give up now! You will not break me!
Allow me to even the odds.
No! Must resist! You're not my father! Why are you doing this?
Got him, 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 got him! That's right. And he gets knocked out again. Keep that bitch off of me.
Stop it!
Oh yes, who will win indeed?
Right.
But I will see you soon.
We do it. We get her
I will
done.
do my best to prevent her from re-emerging.
Taking that extra
But what
mark.
you must know is that
Nice.
Brother Blood
I always
has
check my
betrayed
marks
Cersei
afterwards.
and
Really,
has
once again,
returned
it's
to
an
his
important
original
aspect
plan
of the
to
game.
unleash my
17
father.
marks.
I will not go back
About
under his
25
thumb.
is,
This is my
you know, some
universe,
prices.
and to hell
Then when
with
you
him.
get into your other tiers, they can fluctuate even higher. But to get caught up in the game, it's not really that hard. I mean, honestly, to get caught up. If you feel like you're starting in this game late, I can assure you that is not the case. That the reason being, they always come out with new classes. They're always trying to promote players to get involved with the new classes that are going on. Now, getting feats is a whole different ball game in this game. It is a bit of a grind. So I'm not going to lie to you guys and say, oh, you know, it's everything's fine. In that aspect, no, it's not. You will put in time for your main. Jackson, level 10, but I'm playing tomorrow. Got you. A lot of DCUO lately. I'm just trying to enjoy myself. Fun. Is it on console? I'm on PC, but I do play with console players. Yes, it is Phil. I play on PS4. I think it's on Xbox as well. It's on all platforms. PC and PS4 players play together. We're on the same server. So, Power Core Raid. Okay. This is a little bit of an old one, but, you know, feel like, yeah, but so, like, I'm on the PC. So I'm on PC right now. But PC and PS4 players share the same server. So I'm able to play with PS4 players. Xbox has their own server. So, because Daybreak Games used to be SOE, Sony Online Entertainment. And initially, when it was on PS3 and PC, they had their own separate servers. When PS4 came out, within that year, they merged the servers together. And, you know, they just wanted to keep promoting the console players, so they merged the console to the PC. Now, that was before the separation, or Daybreak broke off from Sony, and because they were always known as SOE, Sony Online Entertainment. So that allowed them also to develop, to do the platform. This should be pretty cake. This is expert, but we have 2 somethings, 204s. I'm always just in here trying to get, like, stupid stuff that I need. This is tier, what, tier 3, tier 4.
Now that we're past the blockade outside,
I want to say tier,
we need to find out
tier
how far
3, tier
Brainiac's
4.
control of the Sunstone crystals goes inside the
This is a
fortress
good
itself.
storyline too. We're in the
Resistance
Fortress of
may be
Solitude.
heavy, so watch yourself. Take it slow.
I'm the only troller. At least we got 2 healers.
Just
It looks like we got a really good amount of DPS. 69,
If
73
Sunstones
are right
from
where they
humanity,
need to
they'd
be.
Weapons for humanity
But everything,
instead of
everybody else
against
is
it.
scaled
So,
really
you have to make
high.
me question
So
your
I don't see really an issue. You want 1 tank for this run.
In my way.
This was used to be one of my favorite runs. Out of all the Fortress of Solitude runs, this was my favorite. So this does come back. Like, we used to spend like a lot of time in this bitch at one time, and then it became easier, obviously, as we progressed through our tiers. I don't have a feeder, so I'm going to have to try to do both. Because without a feeder, I'm going to have to try to... I can't do a full battery. Normally we'd have 2 healers, 2 trollers, 1 tank, and the tank just went DPS.
He's already taken one
of
Krypton's weapons.
There's a couple of bosses, like the boss next to the last. I feel like you need the tank. That's my opinion. Popcorn everywhere. Fucking popcorn actually originated in this game way before ESO did.
Affirmative.
PG. What's up, PG? Kick that traitor's ass. Okay, I'm gonna drop it now. They're beating the shit out of her. This is on hard mode, by the way. If that says anything, we're just beating the shit out of it.
Get back out there and stop Brainiac's invasion.
Cool. Style I don't have, that's why I come in here. That's why I came in here. Love it. The graphics are actually pretty done. There's a split between the sides that we'll have to be paying attention to. Also, there's a little thing down here.
It's Brainiac. He's using sunstone crystals to harvest the very heart of the fortress.
We'll have to split teams at one point.
Then we have no choice, Superman.
Superman?
We must open the Phantom Zone.
I don't know what my granddaughter did. Shit. I hate getting lost in this during those cutscenes. Oh, shit. My controller's going flap. Okay. Not my controller, my controls. Okay, General Zod, Phantom Zone, blah, 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 blah.
Afraid they'll steal your thunder, Superman? We'll just have to take that
People like to get in the cutscene, get on the bridge. I used to do that.
The Phantom Zone is a prison for Kryptonian criminals. Release them, and
they even made Superman's face look different. They made, like, when they switch it, they make him look different. They put him in the, like, the classic outfit instead of, like, they had him in, like, the Kryptonian age. Like, a little bit of a whatever. Free.
And this time, I see you've brought a bodyguard, Kal-El.
I'm sending you back to the Phantom.
No, that's the same outfit. Just face looks a little different.
This rivalry some other
the Prime Assassin.
There are more pressing issues.
This dude's such a he's probably the easiest boss in here. Even on vets. Look, he's right beside me. I'm like, what's up, dude? Oh shit. He got melted. Now this is where I have to pay attention. See, like, there's styles I need. Oh, Mark II. That's not a full set, so I'm gonna actually take. It's not a full set I need, even though it'd be a cool piece to have. And there will be like these giant things that look like fucking popcorn. And when I used to do this in the beginning, I was like, fucking popcorn! Popcorn! Popcorn!
Alpha Stalker Group, join the attack.
Now, for anybody who's wanting to know the story, okay, so Brainiac's invaded the, you know, obviously he's invaded this place. And unfortunately, Lex does not want Brainiac getting a hold of this. Now, This Lex Luthor, I mean, not Brainiac. Lex Luthor doesn't want Brainiac to get it. Okay, so there's a carry. This used to be a bitch. This is where people used to drop in this dungeon. Because they would fuck the carry up, and ads keep spawning, and if you didn't carry it right, you couldn't open the door. And then you have to defend the crystal. People used to fuck this up so bad. Now it's just, if you have high enough people, you just simply carry it to the bridge. People used to shortcut it under. There was a bug. They fixed it. And then next thing you know, because we used to try to exploit the shit out of this. Dude, oh, he's taking it the old way. He did do it. Where he threw it up and then flew it. Because you can't use any speed power. You can throw it. Yeah, baby. Get it over here.
It's amusing that you believe you can stop me.
Probably one of the reasons I really always did like this game. You could get hardcore and do like some stuff with guilds, or you could just get like casual, get your stuff, and still play in pubs and pick up groups. Not always successful, I will tell you that, but it's one of the things I really did enjoy about this game. It was probably one of the first games that introduced raids in pug group queues. And I loved it. I mean, it wasn't really long. It wasn't. There's friggin'
construct.
job.
Stop, invaders. This outpost is the last bastion of Krypton. Kal-El, you are a traitor to your people and your culture. Choose the people of Earth over your own. You will die with them.
Hopefully we don't get locked out. Okay, this is popcorn land. See the popcorns? See the popcorns? Look at the popcorns! Ow! Look at them! That's popcorn! Look at them! Popcorns! You do not want to get hit with these popcorns, man. If he starts facing you, turn no. Fuck away. This is where typically it's the tank makes a huge difference. Ground pound, you block. Healers throw down the ground heals, you'll block through that. Does a significant amount of damage. As you guys can see, sunstone crystals are being dropped and they're taking them to the pillars. Oh shit. Charging, see? Now he's going to get weakened when he does it. And that's when he's vulnerable. They're calling down the fucking strikes. Oh my god. The alpha strikes, satellite strikes, satellite beams and stuff. Thank God.
Way for you through the fortress's
Can't
defenses.
use any of that shit.
You must split your forces if you hope to succeed.
I'll take the mark.
You must not leave Zod free. He cannot be trusted.
Thank you, Father.
I know, Father. And thank you.
Be well, my son.
Be well, my son. I'm telling you, such a good storyline. They did such an epic job at the storyline in here. Okay, so this is the split. Another really bad part.
We'll need to split up. The gates through the fortress's power core can
only
be
6 can
opened
go
from
on
the
each.
other path.
5 can go on each.
You stay where I can see.
There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 4.
Everyone else can follow the Kryptonian.
You're supposed to do 4 and 4. Oh, it looks like we got 5. Okay. They'll open up a sequence. Ads will come in, spawning in. We kill them. There's that. They're going to do their thing. We're doing our thing. This used to bug up too. You can see them in certain windows across. This was really well done too. During the boss fight, you can watch them. Kind of cool.
You will tremble.
Open it. Open it. Open it. Okay, door's active. Okay. So and they can see we can see them. We can watch the show. I think it's Bizarro. Haha, it is. Or it's us.
Bizarro
They can watch us fight him.
Pathetic earthling.
Some really good stuff that the company did, and this just takes me back how well they did this game. Like when they put, I mean, there were some bugs and there were some issues, but seriously, some of the original like content that they put out was so well developed, written, developed. They got known voice actors. Such a good job. Now this is. They're gonna fight Power Girl next. So they got a door, we got a door. Now they're fighting maybe Power Girl.
Supergirl.
Supergirl. Yes.
Attack.
Hold on. Let me scroll in on this one.
Yes, Brainiac. I am your herald.
Invincible.
Surrender now or suffer.
Kick their asses, Supergirl. Kick their asses.
Yes, Brainiac. Regrouping.
Bow.
Damn it, they beat her. This is where we meet up. Both groups will come together at the Y. Really well done. Well thought out. Really exercising just good street. I mean, back in the day, even if you were a good player, you had to be very, you know, one healer on each side, one troll on each side. You only needed like one tank on whatever, but seriously, this takes me back. It really does. Switching out your loadout when you needed to. Your role. All of this makes such an importance. And I feel like they still do good in the raids. Raids are short, but they do good good, solid content. That's why I like it. I mean, it gets repetitive, sure. And RNG will just drive you nuts. But, look, just very good shit. So now you got both of them. Now, if we would have got Power Girl in the beginning, we would, or Supergirl, we'd be fighting Power Girl and Bizarro. And there's a feat for which ones are fighting, you know, grouped up together. That's another thing why you're always doing this type of content over and over.
I can't believe Brainiac had me under his control.
I believe it. Believe it, Kara. Now, also, the alternate Earths is another factor in why this is all done with Power Girl and Supergirl, because Power Girl technically is Supergirl. Yeah, I was about to say, where in the hell are those guys going? Oh, okay, we're going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way, I should say. Okay, okay. Now, this used to be a bitch. Tanks would kite them to each area.
Exobyte data slaves, and General Zod. I am impressed by your ability to survive thus far. My assimilation of this metahuman nexus is at hand. For these sunstone crystals create a matrix that no meta-power can escape. Thus, the knowledge and technology of this...
You don't want to be near the whips that spawn. See the whips that'll spawn on each side? So then you come off to the other side. And people would die from that back in the day. So you would definitely avoid it. Now, if he came over here, you would come to the side that he's not pulled. See, you wanted to avoid those whips at one time. You can healers can out heal him now, but back in the day they couldn't do that. Somebody did die, and it was a healer. Like I said, man, these whips are no joke, man. Like, see, as soon as I see them, I'm getting the fuck away. Of course I would have the aggro. Why wouldn't I? So, see, now I'm over here. I know I can't go anywhere else, so I'm coming around the other side. Just simple mechanics, man. Now he's over here. Now, see, the whips are over there. The electric whips are over there. So, get it, get it, get it, get it. Okay, now I'm over here, and I don't have to worry about the whips. Once he gets those down, they got him down, he'll turn. Now, the whips have come on this side, of course they would. And then I'm coming over here. Come on. Get it, get it. It. Oh, perfect. Yes. That oolong chest is kind of one of those things I've been looking for. Nice.
The sunstone crystals should belong to a true Kryptonian, not the son of a traitor.
That's towards
With the power of
feats.
these crystals, I will be
Large bone
unstoppable.
pile.
Your meaningless resistance cannot prevent me from turning your pathetic Earth into a new Krypton.
So this is the thanks I get for freeing you? You won't get rid of Lex Luthor so easily.
Zod, we've defeated you before, and we will again.
Ha! The
sarcophagus. I already have it. Got the styles.
I'm sending you back to the Phantom Zone, Zod.
Compound orange. Definitely take it for raids, especially towards endgame. Energy output 57. Dude wasn't even in. We got 86. That was really good. Nice. I really liked it. Hey Graham, what's up? DC Universe Online. So classes. Why is troll needed? What? Wait, no, you said roll, not troll. No, troll. Or troller. Short for controller. The group CC. Yep. Yes, it is. The controller is very important because what the controller does is it feeds energy to the group. Okay, so if you're in a 4-man, you can pretty much just be a feeder and you're fine. There's two types of controllers are there's different controller classes, but when you're playing in raids, we have what we call in organized play, and towards end game, you have what we call a battery and we have a feeder. Now, a battery just spams literally their ability. So when I go to loadout, I look here and I can go recharge. Recharge is a buff, and it so it recharges your team and instantly revitalizes the group's 3 most fatigued members, restoring power. Also increases their weapon attack damage for 3 group members with the highest power percentage for a short time. It's very costly, right? So what I do is I shield and I'm just feeding. I'm you know, battering. So I just keep spamming this. Now the problem of it is I'll deplete power. That's why you need a feeder. Now a feeder's job is not to spam this. They're basically going to throw debuffs or control the enemy. While they're doing that, in between the debuff rotation, they'll hit their recharge, charging up the battery as they're spamming. So what that does is literally keeps replenishing the battery to keep DPS high so they don't bottom out of their energy source. Now, weapons don't require energy. So if you're a weapon build or specialized weapon build or going more precision base, then your powers are more for buffing applications and comboing up. But honestly, like a lot of people will do, but if you're going might build, you're going superpower build. If you're going precision, you're going weapon based, and then you'll buff up. So for example, if I was a weapon base, I'd use the inspiration, increasing my weapon attacks. So there's different ways to build your loadout. There's quite a, you know, and some of the builds have multiple roles. So there's controller and then DPS. So controller debuff, and I can even use that as a DPS loadout build. Same thing with boxing, right? Things like that. So, and then we have clipping combos. And clipping in this game is a big deal. How it works. The game's fun. It's very well polished, but it gets repetitive. It gets kind of stagnant because the open world after you level becomes kind of like transparent. It's no longer, you know, relative. And that's where I feel like this game has its, you know, its problems. It's like, you know, oh shit, it could be really good. Could be really such a good game. In that essence, I did get some marks, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. So I did get some extra marks. I can go over here, I can purchase some gear, and see if I can get that 125 up to 126, 127. Now, it's kind of interesting because this vendor right here will not let me buy anything unless I'm ready. You see? Well, unless I get a certain combat rating, it will not provide any armor for me. So I have to come over here and literally upgrade my armor until I can get it. So it's just that simple. The biggest one is going to be the bow. That's a huge buy. So I purchase. Go ahead and I get in here. Go to my new weapon of choice. And you'll see it's set for controller. It still needs mod. And then when I go to my stats, I'm at 128. So I bumped up 3 points. I think I have to be 130 to use this vendor. Yeah, I have to be at like 130. So, you know, just something else I have to work on. Nothing major, but it's time consuming. So 124, 121, 108. So I'll probably go for a headpiece next. Probably a head or a chest. Something small. You want to pay attention to the combat ratings when you're buying gear, because sometimes you can get around not needing certain pieces of gear. Like this is 124. That's a 40 plus rating. So, and it's significantly cheap compared to a 77 rating plus. See? So by going with the head, I'll get a 77 increase And my restoration will go up. My vitalization go up by 29. And my vitalization's only 15. So it's not going to give me 2 points. And then also when I look at the chest, 64 plus 77. So the headpiece is the next piece I should be shooting for. And that's how we do it, man. That's how you build up this, you know, in this crazy game. You know, you'll always, you know, look towards like getting your feat achievements, getting those skill points. Some of them will just come naturally the more you can, you know, complete content. Get those briefings, things like that. Get styles unlocked, your full styles. And that's RNG based. Not much you can do about that. Just rinse and repeat. There are certain things that you can also buy. When you do alts, you can also unlock with replay badges. I don't necessarily like it because it costs real money, but it's convenience. It's all about the convenience of time. So for example, Aeronaut, I don't have this unlocked. My main does. I can spend 4 points and unlock it. Right? Can preview the style, whatever. So there you guys have it. I mean, there's a lot of things to the game. It's very well polished. It's very well done. Graphics, a lot of people, some people don't like the graphics, but being a comic book game and there's not a lot of competition, it fits well. I really wish they wouldn't have got rid of City of Heroes and City of Villains. I would have liked to see another hero MMO released that would have provided maybe a little competition in the market, because most of it we have is fantasy based. We have a few sci-fi, but most MMOs are fantasy based. In the genre of MMOs, this is in a niche group. There's really no competition for DCUO. And I feel like one of the major things that DC sometimes doesn't take a look at, or Daybreak Games doesn't, and Meeps and them don't look at, is players want to feel like they are a hero or a villain. They want interaction to that. They want that experience. That's why they play these games, right? They want to feel it. And I feel like as well, as good as the content is with 4-mans and 8-man content, it's really well done. It's well scripted. The storyline is there. They do a good job with that. Customization in the beginning sucks. There's not a lot of customization to that. But at the end of the day, if they would just focus on giving players the experience of feeling a hero or a villain role in the open world of Metropolis or Gotham, and rewarding that, more players would grab a hold of this. Because it's not the lack of dungeons. It's not the lack of content. This game's got tons of content. Sometimes it's a little cookie cut and a little copy and paste, but it's here. They have it. They just, sometimes lose it in transition of PvE. And PvP in this game, there is PvP. It can be fun, but it's not balanced. So take that for what it's worth as well. But anyways, man, yeah, it's a good game, man. If you're on any platform, it's well done. If you're on PS4, look me up. If you're on PC, look me up. I don't play it on Xbox currently, but once again, PC and PS4 players do play together. So in that aspect, it's good. It's really good. You can try it out for free too. What's the classes? An MMO space game. Control your ship, crew up, players, explore planets. Yeah, that's STO. Star Trek Online has a lot of that stuff. Other than Spreadsheet Online, I mean, EVE, there's not a lot. There's Star Trek Online. It's on all platforms. It's good. Like, the ground game, I don't like in Star Trek Online so far. I'm trying it out. But I do like the space game. You can tell they put a lot of effort more into their space game. And it shows. That really does show. I feel like there's a couple of things like STO kind of, was, unfinished on, but other aspects it does really good. Like they hit some things, and then certain things once again kind of missed the marker. But every game does that. Every game has you know, pros and cons to it, you know. But DC, very polished. Very polished game, well done. Classes, there are a lot of classes in this game. I will go over it really quick. I did that another one. There's a lot of classes in this game. Not all of them are base game. So I'll tell you if it's DLC or base. So let's say I create a character, which, you know, I have like one more character slot, but I'm not going to create it. Actually, I'll show this so you guys kind of understand the background story. I like the cutscene on this too.
Into space to recharge from the Earth's yellow sun, I struck. But my obsession had blinded me to the real threat, to Earth's true enemy.
This is badass. All of this. This is probably one of the best game cinemas ever.
Some on your own, son!
Cyborg, concentrate fire on Luthor while I call down some artillery.
Deathstroke, time for you to join the party.
Come on! We've got lots of murdering to do.
Something?
Greetings, sister.
They should totally do like a show like this. I'd watch it. I'd watch a CG show like this every day. Go Flash, get Hal! Hal and Barry are good friends. Sucks.
What's this? Nobody kills the Bat but me!
Call him! Bring him to me!
Bad shit's about to go down.
Yes. Madman! Adam!
You don't deserve to live! Diana.
Beaten by a mere man.
No. You've lost everything.
No.
I beat you. Lex Luthor! Brainiac had returned. For years, he'd been stealing the powers of Earth's protectors, but we were too busy fighting amongst ourselves to see the danger. With you three dead, Brainiac quickly eliminated the remaining heroes. The lucky ones died fighting. Finally, I alone survived. A rat in the walls of the Brainiac construct. I have traveled through time to warn you. This is my past, but your future. And it means the end of humanity, so together, we must change it.
What have you done, Luthor?
Given you a fighting chance.
He's lying. It's some kind of trap. Why should we trust you?
Because if you don't, Earth is doomed. I've stolen Brainiac's exobytes and released them into Earth's atmosphere. They hold the powers stolen from the heroes and villains of my time, and will bestow them on anyone they contact. The exobytes will create a new breed of superhuman to fight Brainiac's invasion. You must teach them to use their new abilities, for they must be on the front line in the coming battle, or my grim future will become your own.
So in this timeline, that's how the meta-humans are done. That's how meta-humans are created
see this
in this
new
timeline.
Future. My work is not yet done. I must leave this Earth to you.
Good storyline.
Targets identified.
It's good.
Select
It's the best. It's literally probably the best, you know, game opening. Okay.
Or imprint. Select.
Okay. So nature, base game, healer or DPS. Really good heals. DPS is pretty good. It can play ranged really well. Sorcery base game. Healer DPS. DPS a little different. You can go with or without pet build, and makes a really good healer. Mental base game. Controller DPS. Pretty good. Not a lot of players play this. It is good, but it's kind of a niche. People, you know, if you're into mental, it's because you enjoy it. But it is a really good class as far as controller. DPS is a little challenging, but it still can be good. Ice used to be the top dog for tanking. Can be DPS, CC, but you lack a little bit on this DPS, mainly used on tanking. But really good for CC DPS still. Fire, tank DPS. Not a lot of players will play the tank role. Some people do, but DPS really well. This is base game as well. Gadgets, base game. Controller, DPS. Think of Robin or Batman, basically, is how you would think of gadgets. Really good controller. Pretty good DPS. Really works well with weapon combos. Light, what we call hard light. If you're a villain, this is DLC, not base game. All the prior to this was all base game. This is DLC related. If you're a villain, you are a Yellow Lantern. If you're a hero, you're a Green Lantern. Okay. Electricity. This one, I want to say, is base game. I'm not sure. It could be DLC, but healer, DPS. Earth was not initially a base game. I think it was conformed to base game. Tanking DPS. DPS, it's all right. It can work really well with DPS. It's a little bit crazy because it's more ground pound, but makes a really killer tank. I have seen some DPS. They do really well, but for tanks, Earth does really good. Quantum DLC. It's controller. It really is nice. Either DPS or controller, you can't go wrong with Quantum. A lot of CCs, hard CCs, really well. Feeds does really good in battery or feeder. Really, really nice. I prefer battery with light, but quantums do really well. Celestial, healer DPS. This is DLC related as well. Does really well in healing. DPS, can play the range game really well. Rage. Everybody loves the DPS in Rage. Rage is really good DPS. It can also tank. That's DLC as well. Munitions. Controller DPS. I'm starting to learn munitions. It's pretty decent. Atomic, tank DPS. Once again, haven't got into this as much. And of course we have water. All of these are DLCs. Water is healer DPS. So it's pretty much how it's broken down. So anyways, you guys kind of get the idea behind everything. And pretty much that's about it. So I can just abort and go back to the character load. You're about to start streaming battle? I wish you the best, brother. Wish you the best. Yeah, it does have PvP. It's not balanced, but it does have PvP. You can be a legend, basically one of your favorite heroes or villains. You can get those, or you can just be your class, and they're pretty much all battleground related PvP. It's all battleground related, unless you do Diamond Heist. Diamond Heist is more open, but you still have an objective. It's all objective based. And then there is PvP servers, and you can flag yourself PvP and do open world PvP. So I shouldn't say it is all objective based. You can do open world PvP. They do have that. You can flag yourself PvP and just go in and, you know, do stuff and gank people. But most people don't flag themselves PvP. Most people don't. Wonder Woman through that mech. I could think it's Coach from L4D2 yelling football. Yeah. Yeah, no, this looks better than most movie animated like this. Yeah, I love it. You know, this is 100% a horrible idea. Wouldn't that just give Brainiac more power to steal? No, well, I mean, ideally, but, you know, Luthor has his little... I'm not going to do a lot of spoilers, but there's a lot of twist in this. There's a lot of twist in this game. You know, there's like plot twist everywhere. There's plot. What the developers did for storyline is probably one of the best MMO storylines to date. Out of all the MMOs, and I'm sorry, Elder Scrolls is good on their lore. They keep canon, but they didn't keep canon in this, right? So they have an alternative universe. This is an alternative universe. And there's so many twists. So everything starts with Brainiac, obviously, you guys watch, going back to prevent Brainiac's invasion, right? Because he defeats Superman. He's like, yes, I finally defeated. By him going back in time, now we have an alternate universe, right? So it's not a parallel Earth, but, you know, it's a parallel dimension now, or an alternative. Like in Flash, there's a new timeline. And also, they have another time split during Flashpoint in this game. So there's a lot of things going on that changes the canon, which is really good. And they do such a good job of reintroducing some of these twists to the DC universe in this. And in my opinion, there's no other MMO that pulled it off better than Daybreak Games. SWTOR is pre-Republic and pre-whatever, and that's so great. Like, I think SWTOR did a really good job. I like it kept canon though up until Disney took over. So Disney, by coming in, like, the canon switched up everything. But SWTOR is so it's a prequel, but it's really good. So a couple of things I didn't like about SWTOR, because I came from SWG. And when I came from SWG, it left us. When I played SWTOR, and I came in, and I wanted to love it. I wanted to, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I wanted to love SWTOR, but I didn't. I couldn't. Coming from SWG and going into a configured type map system when I had open world and huge battles and PvP and base blows and speeders and open space exploration, I could not enjoy SWTOR in the same aspect. To me, BioWare dropped the ball. They had the largest production in MMO history at the time, and they dropped the ball. When Daybreak lost their license from Lucas, or there was some shit going down, they tried to reconfirm it, did the NGE. I was there for that whole debacle. I was there. I was on front row during the whole test of the NGE, during development talks with the player base. I was there. I was foremost. Like, I got SOE, when Daybreaks was SOE, I got access to so much content. And I was not a content creator. I was just hardcore. I was a hardcore gamer. And I got access to so much stuff. SOE kind of gave me a lot of room to, like, play around. I knew some of the devs. You know, one of the devs, when they left, brought me into another game for test, for alpha. Which it's crazy, man. Like, how much relationships I built through SOE, player base and content developers. But at the end of the day, there was a lot of, like, mixed emotions. I wasn't going to sugarcoat it when the corporate made that decision, because it was corporate. It wasn't the devs' decision. No. It was corporate. And even though I have a mixed emotions, I have a love-hate relationship with Daybreak. At the end of the day, I if I believed in a product, I stuck by it. If I didn't, I was vocal about it. So that's everything. And I always said what was missing and what wasn't. And if I ever said a game was going to die, that's what I meant. I always said that. I was like, if this game's going to die, you're screwed. If I say these words, you're fucked. I mean, you guys should be taking a little bit of my experience into play here. And that's why I got grabbed up by a lot of companies as in early development stages, because they were like, if Mystic says something should be improved on, we should take it serious. And we did that. And I really enjoyed that. I loved what I did for MMOs behind the scenes. When companies would do little things and say, hey, can you help us out with this? Can you do this? I enjoyed that. That was some of the best experiences I've ever had, because I wasn't a part of the development team. I was another player, and I came from a player's perspective. There was no incentive for me, right? There was none. I didn't have to fear losing a job. I didn't have to worry. I came from a player's perspective and said, this is good. This is great. This could be worked on. This is total shit. And it wasn't like reviewing. It was just being honest with the devs, man. And whether the company decided to go, with those suggestions or go another way, it's their product. Have at it. At the end of the day, it's your product. I'm just giving you my feedback as a player. Take it for what it's worth. But when, I'm a player who's been completing, and I was a former elitist, and I was completing your content, and I was doing it, hey, man, why are you asking me? Out of millions of players, why are you asking me? Why are you turning to me out of millions of players? That was my question to any of them who questioned my opinion. Well, why should we listen to opinion? Well, why'd you come to me to begin with? Why did you come to me to begin with? You had millions of players you could have grabbed up, but you chose me. Why? Because it means something to you. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You may not like what I have to say, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest about your product. Because at the end of the day, you want to reap the benefits. You want to profit, right? And players want quality. They want to play your game. But is it worth playing? At the end of the day, that's the question. It's the only question that matters. It's that simple. Now I want to run gadgets and weapons. Just be like more lethal Batman. Yeah, that's what gadgets are. Gadgets is basically like a Batman, Robin type thing. You can even put like stuff like crazy whatever's together. It's good. It's cool. It's a cool class. I have a gadgets. I have a controller with the gadgets. He's a hero. So I didn't feel like I couldn't do a villain gadgets and feel like whatever about it. So when I build characters in this game, I'm always thinking, do I feel the hero in him? Do I feel the villain in him? How am I, you make it personal. You want to put your own personification into your character. And I feel DC does a good job of that, with especially like later on. In the beginning, you don't feel it initially, but you develop it in time. You do. So there's a lot of pros to the game. The game's fun. It's well polished, but there's a couple of things that could bring DC back in the forefront. It's not the graphics. It is a little dated, but I mean, I've seen newer games with shittier graphics than this and that are doing well. Can we say Fortnite? Can I say it? Fortnite's doing a hell of a job, and in my opinion, they have worse graphics than this. So honestly, I'm just saying it, man. I'm just going to be real about it. This game could do better. Could be better. It has potential. Problem of it is, where's Daybreak at as a company? What's Meeps having to deal with? These are things behind the scenes we don't know. And honestly, the content's good, storyline's good. It's good. It just needs a little bit of, redirection of, hey, how do we put this? How do we open this up to players having that hero and villain experience? That's all it needs, man. And break up some of the monotony. They break up a little bit of the monotony and get back to the roots of what the game initially was supposed to be providing. This game would smoke even fantasy MMOs, because there's not a lot of hero MMOs out there. It would literally decimate some of its market. Combat, clean. Block capabilities. It's one of the first, not one of the first Twitch systems, but one of the better Twitch systems that had cancellation and clipping capabilities. It was so cut clean for combat. Like, this was way before Elder Scrolls even had this type of system, before other MMOs could even properly do it. This game successfully did it first. Now, Terra definitely was on the first front line of MMO Twitch system, right? No doubt about it. Action MMO, GCD, that's Twitch. That's a Twitch-based system. And Terra, with all credit to Terra, Terra did do that, but they didn't do it, in my opinion, as well as what DCUO did. DCUO really brought action combat system to the MMO genre. It really hammered it in. It really brought and took out the turn-based system and said, we're going to give you that impact. We're going to give you the feel that you're a hero and a villain. And I think that's why I still appreciate this game, despite its flaws. It's like, it really made you feel like it. And SWTOR also had that kind of feel to it, right? When you pull out the lightsabers and you would kind of do the abilities, but you still felt like you had control. And BioWare did good, but once again, there's problems with every game. We can dissect them, but our company is going to listen to their consumers. That becomes the question. When you listen to your consumers, you're going to reap more benefits in the long run. So take it for what it's worth. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys, like I said, if you're on PS4 or your PC, look me up, guys. Look me up. I'm not going to be playing this just alone. I do have my hands in other MMOs, but I'm going to get tier 8. 1 second. Okay, sorry. So, anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. If anybody has any questions, comments, please post below. I want to thank everybody for watching, and once again and always, have a nice day.